Tonight I'm going to be making beetroot bourguignon. So I guess it's the vegan version of a boeuf bourguignon, which is made with beef, obviously, but it's like a stew, and I've never had this before. We'll see how it goes. Full disclosure, got the idea from Meredith again. This cookbook has been more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I mean, at this point, Instant Pot should just sponsor me or something, right? But again, I actually looked up a few more recipes on YouTube and on the internet. I'll link them below. I'm actually going to do a mashup of this recipe I found in the cookbook and then some other recipes I found online. And also I am going to be adding a little bit of meat into mine just to give it a little extra something. But obviously, if you're vegan, leave the meat out of it and just have it as is, as a vegan stew. So I'll check back in after I make it and taste it and let you know what I think.
There's my sausage browning in the background, and here I have some mini pearl onions. Oh, and I'm pointing out how cute my strawberry colander is. I got that from my grandma. But these pearl onions I just got in the freezer section, and I thawed them and drained them, and I'm adding them to my turkey sausage. And this is my Instant Pot on saute mode, but you could do this on the stove top, just on medium to medium high heat with a little oil. And here's some garlic. Then we have some carrots and mushrooms. You can use any kind of mushroom you like, or if you hate mushrooms, then leave them out. And here's some oregano, just a little sprinkle. Some black pepper. I didn't really measure anything. Well, I measured the liquids later on in this video, but for the seasonings and stuff, I just kind of guessed. Here I am struggling, trying to open the thyme package. But that was dried thyme and bay leaf. Here are some split peas. The recipe called for lentils, but those are a little bit hard on my boyfriend's stomach. So I used the split peas, then I added in one peeled and chopped beet. I think the colors look so pretty together. Then you add in some tomato paste. This was about half of a can of tomato paste. Again, I didn't measure, I just threw in what I thought sounded good. Then to that, I added a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And some chicken stock and red wine. So beautiful. Then I sealed the top and set it to cook on high pressure for 18 minutes. If you're doing this on the stovetop, just cover your pot and let it simmer. There's my little Roomba. Let it simmer for, I'd say, about 30 to 45 minutes on the stovetop, but look how beautiful that is. And then I let it reduce a little bit. I put the saute mode back on and just let it reduce with the lid off so that it became a little bit thicker. I wanted it to be a nice thick stew. And here's what it ended up looking like. There's the beets, the mushrooms, the carrots. They were perfectly tender, but not mushy, which is how I like it. And I served it up with some fresh dill and then a dollop of mashed potatoes on top, because I saw on some recipes that that's how some people like to eat it, and it was amazing. You guys need to try this. It was very surprising, super comforting, and I'm definitely going to be making this again. It's going to be a winter staple for me. We really enjoyed it. I also served it up with some crusty bread. This was some nice rosemary sourdough. And I also served it up with a little bit of horseradish, which really was nice on there. It cut through perfectly. So good.
Okay, it's the next day, and luckily I have some leftovers so I can eat it on camera with you, because this was so good. I served it with some mashed potatoes because I had some already left over, but you could obviously just eat it as is. You could even cube up potatoes and put them in the stew while it's cooking. It's just amazing. It doesn't taste too much like beets, but you definitely get the essence. It's really comforting and warming, and it feels really hearty, like a beef stew, but there's no beef in it. It's also really good with the horseradish. Give this a try. Even if you don't like beets, I think you might like this. I love it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.